In this episode, we will be reviewing House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 3.
Fire cannot kill a dragon.
This episode opens up with the Blackwoods and the Brackens. Looks to be a border dispute. Also, the Brackens have declared for Aegon the rightful king. The border skirmish seems to be escalated into a large battle. This is referred to as the Battle of Burning Mill. These two houses were just looking for a reason to destroy each other, but soon others will join. On to Dragonstone. We see the twin brothers are buried together. Rhaenyra will not hold hatred towards their brother for just following his orders. It wasn't personal, it was just business. Rhaenys reminds Rhaenyra that the why doesn't matter. Now the desire for blood is in the air. Rhaenys tries to push Rhaenyra towards peace, and now with Daemon gone to Harrenhal, Rhaenyra, the king of the blacks, will take even more of a softer do-nothing posture, unfortunately. Aegon is now fully embracing his role as king, throwing up more green and gold Targaryen banners, and a lot less Hightower. King Aegon has anointed his friends as king's guards. I don't know them, but they don't seem to hold the requirements of a king's guard or the values, but that is a subject for another day.
To the wall. Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here, men I know, men I've trained.
We see Mr. Cole looks to be feeling overwhelmed. The Greens have a council meeting. Mr. Cole knows that Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. Onto Dragonstone, we see Seasmoke looking unrestless. The White Worm proposes a place at Rhaenyra's court for the blacks. She also says something interesting here. Maybe he is lonely. I am of the mind that something has happened to Seasmoke's rider. Rhaenyra speaks with Rhaena. She sends her son Joffrey to ward with her cousin Lady Jane. Aegon III and Rhaena may be sent to Pennos. Rhaena is very upset. She does not want to be the babysitter, but she has no dragon and really no role of her liking in this war. On to Harrenhal. Daemon claimed Harrenhal with no resistance at all. Simon Strong pledged to Rhaenyra. Simon's song is very clear that he is no friend of Larys. His father was his nephew, and he was not fooled by the fire. Back to King's Landing. Mr. Cole gets ready to go march, and he wants to say goodbye to his love Alicent, who was speaking with her brother. They do get to see their goodbyes. You see her brother's going to join for the ride, no doubt to keep his eye on her love. Look at Larys in the background here watching the whole interaction and the relationship. This is no longer a secret. He should have kissed her and gave her an embrace. I love how the showrunners add him to scenes with no dialogue, but you know he's concocting a story to spin or use to his own means. Back to Dragonstone. We see another blacks meeting here. King Rhaenyra sitting here looking like she cannot wait for this meeting to end. Looking lost, looking weak. Rhaenyra's general was like, look babe, just go somewhere and hide. The spot Dragonstone is hot. Let us conduct the war. Oh, here's the king's response.
Enemy.
You propose to conduct the war in my absence?
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason. You are fortunate you took it no further.
I know that men are like, we're going to just sit here stuck, not advancing, no strategy, no offense, no proactive drills or measures to advance. Just sit here and take whatever the Greens give. Rhaenyra is like, just watch and observe. I'm a great observer. Fear me. Jesus. Look at Rhaenys. She is loving this do-nothing approach. The blacks are in some serious trouble. We get to see Lord Corlys and his lady. They are really good actors. I love how she's standing there on the center block. they've been together for years and act like they've actually love each other. I love their chemistry and just great acting ability. We get to see Rhaena send off to Lady Jane, but she isn't leaving empty-handed. She has some dragon eggs, and if the blacks fall and lose to the greens, the blacks can still carry on and have a future. Those eggs are very important, as us Game of Thrones fans know. Indeed, off to King's Landing. Helaena looks to be coming out of her grieving. Helaena also forgives her mother Alicent because she knows why Mr. Cole was not on duty and left them unguarded. We get to see Aegon suiting up and ready to take flight. Larys speaks to the king and lets him know that he heard in the streets that King Aegon II was looking to fight and fly to Mr. Cole, and if he knows, then the blacks can know this as well. Aegon is far too important to be left in the open at this time. He reminds him that his mother Alicent would reign on his behalf with his brother Prince Aemon. Aegon does heed the advice and finds himself wanting a master of whisperers and has appointed Larys officially a seat on the council and decides not to fly out. We get to go to the tavern and King orders drinks for all. King Aegon is looking for Sylvie. All the women in this place, she must be damn good at her job, but we see Prince Aemon laid up yet again with her. Aemon is made fun of by his brother, who said that his brother Aemon doesn't even want to lay with anyone else but her. Aemon shows so much more than what we need to see and lets it be known that the squire is welcome to the horde. We go to Mr. Cole and his small team riding to the Riverlands, who notice something isn't right with them setting in the opening, and sure enough, young Baela is patrolling the area. On to Dragonstone. Young Baela reports Mr. Cole's movements. Yet again, Rhaenyra gave the same orders. Do nothing, no action. We move on to Harrenhal. Daemon has a cool dream here, or should I say an illusion sequence. You see him and young Rhaenyra sewing the baby's head, which actually snaps him out of it. Then we see him standing next to a weirwood tree. This is a message. There's a message from a mysterious woman. We will have to speak on this woman in detail on another video. Back to Dragonstone. Rhaenyra is trying to avoid the war while being at war and comes up with a plan to speak with Alicent. This will put her own life, not just that, but also the blacks, in great danger. The White Worm comes up with a plan to sneak her in to speak with Alicent, the one place that she goes alone. This conversation is of no consequence and far too late. For me, this is a zero-sum move. There was no words that Rhaenyra could say for them to give her the throne. The risk was grave and absolutely with no reward here. Alicent's position can shift a little, knowing that she misunderstood what the old king said, but this is far too late to change anything. We are now 2 children too late to remove Aegon from the throne. I would have thought she would have tried to bargain a truce, but she didn't. That's it for this episode. My next video will be about Aemon Targaryen. To the next episode.